Check one.
Check two, check two. Check. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Episode 549 of the TV Dudes, recorded July 25th, 2025. The Hunting Wives.
Yes, we thought we'd be talking about Entitled, but we'll explain what happened in our diaries. For now, all you need to know is that The Hunting Wives was the trashy, scenery-chewing, sexy Texas crime show that we wanted.
Tex sex?
Yeah, it's a little spicy, but still pretty white bread. Yeah, Tex sex.
This was pretty spicy.
You think everything's spicy, Wisconsinite.
Don't make fun of my Midwest palate, you bitch. You sassy... But Malin, Åkerman, and Brittany Snow are always great, though, so we are hopeful this show would deliver, and it did.
But before we get into all that, I'm Les.
I'm Nick.
And we're the TV Dudes. And you know, a bunch of wives that hunt isn't all we watch this week. But before we get to our diaries, though, let me tell you about a little something we call patreon.com/tvdudes.
Never heard of it.
But it's how we keep doing this.
The bad jokes, the puns,
the podcast.
Ah, so yes.
Yeah, actually, yeah. But this is how we afford it. There are some costs involved in making a podcast.
Yeah, they don't care. Tell them about the benefits.
Oh, the benefits. Well, at $1 a week, you get an extra TV Dudes episode. That's right. This week, it's our review of Fantastic Four, but you'll have archives of this stuff as well. At $5, we will read your show review on this pod. And at $20, you run the pod. You choose the show of the week that we discuss here.
Oh, so much power in one person's hands. Patreon.com/tvdudes is the place to get it. You can also go there and listen to the regular weekly show for free. It's the best place for your TV Dudes content at any level. And now we can talk about our show watching on the macro level, the Diaries.
The level. Diaries? To the Diaries! Nick, what did you watch this week?
No, Les. No. What did you watch this week?
Okay, fine. I watched a bunch of 80s movies. Well, and some 90s movies.
Like that, fair. I fucking judo flipped you. I reversed you.
Well, fair is fair. I watched Legend of Billie Jean, which is a movie that is Christian Slater's first film role. I think he'd been on an episode of Tales of the Dark Side, but first place any of us saw Christian. Which is a movie that is Christian Slater's first film role. He'd been like a 10-year-old kid on, or a 12-year-old on like Tales from the Dark Side one episode, but you weren't going to recognize.
I thought it was a little Slater than that.
Yeah, no, not much Slater.
Got it.
So this movie flopped in the theater, just horribly bad, and but it's one of a handful of movies that all of us of a certain age saw the living shit out of, and no one can, like, we're all looking back on it now as adults going, but those were flops. I mean, no one else on Earth saw those. Why is everyone who's 46 right now seeing Legend of Billie Jean? Oh, HBO.
HBO. I was going to say, like, HBO put it in heavy rotation.
Yes, so there's a handful of movies that did not do well in the theaters, but that which HBO and Cinemax got a hold of maybe 2 years later, 3 years after their run.
Sure.
And then ran the fuck out of.
Beastmaster.
Yes. Another one that I watched this week, similar to this, is just one of the guys. But Legend of Billie Jean, pre-internet, none of us had a way to find out that Helen Slater and Christian Slater aren't related. They play brother and sister in this movie.
Sure.
They are not related as actors.
Nope.
And this is one of 3 movies, along with Supergirl and Secret of My Success, that cemented a childhood crush on Helen Slater. Mm-hmm. Legend of Billie Jean is also set in Corpus Christi. There's nothing set in Texas. Nothing is set in Corpus. And it just has a weird, trashy Texas vibe that, like, I couldn't put my finger on as a kid. Was like, why does this movie feel weird and different? It's also produced by John Peters, which is a producer with a lot of hilarious stories, mostly about giant spiders. But he's also a hairdresser, so this movie's got this famous haircut in it. If you go look up interviews with the director, you can see part of the soul leave his body when he talks about the experience of trying to make this fucking movie and having a hairdresser super producer who would not stop meddling in this scene where like the other actors are like, but that haircut was iconic. I still have girls come up and tell me they got that haircut. And the director's like, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Whatever.
No haircut on any job should have been this painful or this expensive. That like it caused so much fucking strife. But it's a super fun movie. That movie fucking holds up. I think Legend of Billie Jean is still just as good, and the stuff that was quirky about it then is still quirky. These kids are just right, and the reason that shit is escalating is that adults suck. And like when it comes down to it, you're a pretty girl from the trailer park side of Corpus, and these people don't have to believe you if they don't fucking want to, and no one has to pay you back any money they owe you.
Yikes.
And like it just gets worse and worse and she's fucking right. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, I also watched Just One of the Guys because Lisa revealed that she had never seen this. This movie is basically 12th Night. Like, girl is up for a journalism scholarship that she doesn't get, and she overhears her journalism teacher being super fucking gross and about like how cute she is in the outfit she wears and stuff, and like, why don't you just go get a husband, honey? Basically. And so she goes to her rival high school in 80s movie style. It's the 2 weeks her parents are out of town. Every 80s movie has to start with an explanation why there's no parents.
Right.
Right? Or why the parents are just oblivious. So these are out of town. During those 2 weeks, she goes to her rival high school and enrolls as a dude and submits an article. Ironically, the article she submits, the other teacher also tells her exactly the same criticisms. It's really well written, but it's boring.
Wow.
And so, like, you don't have any engagement and passion in your work. It's just heady, like, technical writing. And which is the exact same criticism. So, follow along with me at home. The reason that she left her original school, the sexism, was not why she did not get that scholarship.
Wait, what?
The premise of the movie really doesn't matter. She could have stayed at her school. And I think it's why they have a scene of the teacher being a little bit gross, too, or pretty gross, too. Because, yeah, his reasons... Her article still sucks at the other school in another gender.
So, the premise of the movie is that sexism does exist and gross dudes do, but that doesn't mean they lie about anything like you do. Like, they're still accurate about your shitty writing.
Really, the thing that had to happen to her is experiencing, walking a mile in I guess men's shoes, or whatever. Like she had to go experience that like shit's tough all over, I guess. I don't know. It's really weird because like when I realized watching it that like, oh, she gets the same notes from the in the meantime, during this movie, what's actually fucked up is not the gender not swapping, but the drag and hiding and all of that. Like honestly, that's handled as least problematically as it can be in the 80s. What's fucked up is that she enrolls in another school and no one notices.
Yeah.
She spends 2 weeks in classes at a rival high school, and it's fine. No one clocks it. None of the teachers pull her aside and are like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Nobody's concerned. The entire time, part of the people she's trying to hide this from is her college-age boyfriend.
Ugh.
And the running thing through this movie that should get it flagged on, like, what the fuck is up with Just One of the Guys is really nothing to do with the, like the she's all that of it or what, or the like, changing clothes and stuff. It's that everyone in this movie is dating a college boy or wants to or hooks up with like one of her friends goes to prom with her because she needs cover and hooks up with the lead singer of the band. That man is an adult. Like, he is older than the chaperones, ladies and gentlemen.
Les, it's set in Texas.
Oh no, this one's not. This is Just One of the Guys.
Sorry,
this is set in California.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, this is the land of Hollyweird, man.
I thought we were still on this later thing. No, the
older man who tries to grab Helen Slater gets fucking shot.
Oh my god!
Like he's a slime ball. He gets his. They burn his store down at the end, and his son just stands there and watches. Like, you suck, dude.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's fucking great. Billie Jean's awesome, but Just One of the Guys is weird. Also watched Who's That Girl because I fucking love it. It's an 80s Madonna movie that also flopped, but I actually saw in the theater for some fucking reason when I was like 12 and loved it. You and I watched a movie that we both love, that is a hill that we will die on, I feel, because we're very alone on it.
I think I've seen other people express that this
Never
movie has some...
Baby's Day Out.
Baby's Day Out.
It's not directed by John Hughes, but it's the John Hughes
production,
I think.
Yeah, it was produced by him or whatever. It's got his name right up
somewhere.
top. Like they want his name
someone
on
graffitied it. Someone tagged it with Hughes at least.
it.
So I saw this movie when it hit video stores in the late 90s and fucking loved it.
Right.
Like saw it the first time and was like boom, guys, no notes. What are we doing? That's great. Joey Pants in a live action fucking Three Stooges.
Right.
Buster Keaton, Screwball. Also, single greatest baby performance on
that
film.
They got great reaction shots from that baby. I don't know how they're doing that.
One of those twins can act. Maybe both.
I was a kid when I watched it too, so I was basically like, this didn't feel different than what I was watching. It was actually more family friendly than, say, Rocko's Modern Life or Ren and Stimpy. But they're the same physical comedy.
Yeah.
Like the physical gags in this, the stunt work and how, the hits and stuff that's going on are just really good. Like they're really well timed, choreographed.
Yeah, all the jokes are great. All the bits are great. The way Laura Flynn Boyle and the dad, and Cynthia Nixon, they're detached, like the real adults in this that have the limited dialogue. There's so little dialogue in this.
Yeah, well, I mean, most of the dialogue is from our intrepid fucking villains that have stolen this baby.
And most of it's like, look, the baby! I seen it!
Vito, the baby.
Oh, man. By the time Joe Mantegna is up on the crane hook, slick, covered in whatever the fuck he's covered in.
Mm-hmm. No, there is also a bunch of gross gags and as far as physical violence getting hit. But yeah, they're all really dumb. They the movie takes place in a magical set Chicago or something where no one can look down.
Yes, everything below anyone's knees is
invisible.
In a fog.
They just can't clock it.
No, it feels like the Doctor ought to be walking around in a Doctor Who episode going, so no one can see below here? Nothing down
going
here,
out
huh?
here.
What is with this world? Curious.
But yeah, I thought it was a modern day Three Stooges, Buster Keaton, Marx Brothers.
The closest thing to this is honestly Hundreds of Beavers.
Yeah. As far as a live action cartoon.
Yeah, Bill Haley, Joe Pantoliano, Joey Pants, and Joe Mantegna, and then Laura Flynn Boyle is the.
Wait, so they're all Joes?
Yeah, they're except for Brian, Joe Brian.
Okay.
Fred Thompson, John Neville. The casting's really fun. They're all actors. You're like, oh, you. And they're all people who really can do their classic timing. This takes a certain Looney Tunes cartoon style to it. Day the Earth Blew Up feels like this. Is the vibe.
Yeah.
This is one of those movies that wait a minute. You like Baby Day Out?
Hey, do you like Baby's Day Out?
To me with a good time. Shit.
Wait, do you think Baywatch is good?
Right. Talk about the movie Baywatch, right? Yeah, no, it's great.
No, I think it's like a 21 Jump Street level.
Yeah, so we watched that. And then I watched Untamed, which is one of my favorite things I've watched in the last couple of weeks. I tore through this weird, quiet national park murder mystery. And really dug it. I will probably end up rewatching that at some point just because it's gorgeously shot because god damn it, they're at a national park. But also the way the murder mystery unfolds and the none of you are quite okay. Everybody here is kind of half hiding from there's a reason none of y'all are in the real world. You slowly realize everyone you're talking to is probably technically an alcoholic here. None of y'all seem okay. And everybody just kind of has to you drinking? At 11 8? All right, well. Yeah, really dug Untamed. Finished that out.
It's a great opener.
Man, it opens fucking awesome.
Stunt with how they find the body and rock climbers, and it's all really great.
I'm sure there's a Reddit thread somewhere about how there's no fucking way that somebody tweaked could possibly even walk up the trail to get to the top of El Capitan. But that is sort of explained in the show. Like the corpse has spent a lot of time in the park.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like a show about how kind of the last place in the country where you could really get lost, like if you're gonna vanish or have something happen to you that just goes unsolved, go to a national park. Like
there's just too much square acreage.
Yeah, there's just nothing else. And you see it almost immediately in this show when all the other park rangers, who Eric Bana is technically like a cop above them, like in his own department, and they're all basically like, if your cooler gets stolen or you run into a bear, he's if something happens to you in the park, like someone's dealing meth and you run across it or something, like drug smuggler type shit, they have to have like a cop. And but he rides up on a horse and all the other guys are like, oh yeah, I guess the better look down at us from that fucking God, he's such a dick.
Yeah,
and
they all hate him.
He is a dick, but also
y'all are useless.
You guys are fucking useless. You cannot, like, his just contempt for, like, you can't pretend like you're patrolling this park if you won't get on a horse. Like, you guys should all be on horseback. What are you even doing? Most of this park is not accessible.
Via car.
Yeah, via Jeep. Well, I Jeeped in and then we walked and, like, no, you didn't. Like, not into some of these places. Like, there's no parking and walking in a day. You needed to ride a horse into where it is.
Yeah.
And so all the background characters, his second in command, who literally, she's not the person assigned to him. The person assigned to him fucking hates him and just puts the new kid on it.
Yeah.
Instead. And it's good they did, because it wouldn't have got solved and everybody'd be dead otherwise. Because Milch is useless. But everybody's got something going on. Like, the new cop is like, oh yeah, no, she was a cop in LA and then moved here with her kid. No dad. And like, cool. So, if we were to just drive back to LA, you'd be fine going then. You can definitely set foot in California again.
Yeah, that won't trigger anything.
It won't trigger anything. That's not a problem. Okay. Like, just everybody's got a fucking backstory. Really, really enjoyed it. It's from the same people that did American Primeval. This is so much better. Mostly because it's 6 episodes. It's in and out. It's not long enough to even be a slow burn. It's just a quiet, hey, shut up, look at that sign. We got to look at this before it rains tonight kind of murder mystery to solve. And then they're out without a dumb ending where I think everybody's going to die. And at no point does Taylor Kitsch show up in that scarf. Which is a huge plus. A huge plus. Honestly, American Primeval would have just been better if it had only been Kitsch, but not that headscarf. I hated the scarf as much as him. It doubled down. Yeah,
I did not like
the scarf. But I really did enjoy Untamed. I would recommend it over on Netflix. Netflix has had a bunch of good stuff for this week, as we'll get to in a minute. But the other thing that we've watched this week, we'll get to in a minute, once you've talked about your stuff, I think.
Sure, yeah, we'll leave that off for dessert.
What did you watch?
I watched Love on the Spectrum.
I don't think you're to season 3 yet, so you haven't heard, well, you haven't officially seen the Milk to My Chardonnay song.
Yeah.
Be My Boyfriend Forever.
That's the only relationship so far that seems to have, like, immediately.
Oh yeah, they find each other immediately, and it's great. Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
No, because Danny the animator, she finds somebody, but that falls apart again later.
Danny the animator is.
She's not the most intense you'll meet, though.
Picky and weird.
Oh, she's so weird, and so blunt.
And
the best thing to me about the show is that it isn't trolling these people. It is utterly sincere, and you just get to watch a series of dates that are like refreshingly hit home in their honesty of like, I didn't have a good time on this date. I didn't either.
All right, great. Bye.
And everyone's good. Like, the amount of times that, like, I watch these people just sword through the knot, like Gordian knot solve relationship problems and stuff of like, well, what if I just said how I felt? Like, Connor, are you marking the speed dating chart down while she's sitting there?
Am I not supposed to do that?
Yeah, so I love Connor and his weird jokes, and his whole family's fucking rad.
There's some of them that was like, okay, getting a better idea of people on the spectrum is really cool, because I could tell, like, okay, some of these people are on the spectrum and that's why they're having problems with social interactions. Some of you are on the spectrum and still a dick.
Right.
Like,
right. I remember working in a bar that was really near a school for the blind, and realizing as an adult that I had still held on to some kind of childish naivety that, like, blind people were nice or something. Blind people are just people with a disability that might make them extra annoyed. I don't know. But either way, the first time I had to throw a blind man out of, like, no, sir, you have to leave this bar, was a growing up moment for me. And yeah, it's weird to realize that, like, oh man, it is not your spectrum disability or whatever that is causing this. You, sir, are kind of an asshole.
Because yeah, Danny is persnickety about everything, and like really likes people, but then like if they're not in, they have to be passionate about not just a thing as much as she is in animation, which already limits the pool.
Right, they can't just kind of like it.
Like, well, they can't just be passionate about a thing as much as they like. They have to be passionate about animation as much as her.
Right, right.
Which I'm like, man, I don't think anyone's gonna hit.
No,
that
I think
level for you.
The people that do, like, there's a girl that you meet in season 3 that hooks up with a guy. Hooks up, like, she finds her guy. They're great together, but their obsessions aren't exactly the same. They have a few that overlap. They both like Christmas. Right. They both like country music, but those aren't actually each of their special obsessions. His special obsession is country music, and he's turned it into, like, he's a DJ for autism events and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And her special interest is, like, dolls and something else, but, like, the intensity is the same, and that matches okay.
Yeah.
And like, see, there you go. That's how the rest of us have found.
Right. No,
love.
You can't. Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna find someone who's obsessed about the same thing as you. That'll kill you both.
Yeah. That's no good. Like, she finds a great date that owns, like, his own trading card company.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like,
and you can see the disappointment in her face.
Yeah, and I was like, no, girl, do you know that through most of the world that the trading card company and your animation studio are the same thing?
Right.
Like,
and he is super
same
into,
nerdy
he
thing.
Goes to Comic-Con every year for, like, the last 18 years or something.
I'm sure he actually goes for work for, like, his trading card company for whatever.
At, like, oh my gosh. Yeah, no, they should click. And what kills me is that she ends up spending, like, the next year in a relationship with a dude that at no point does it work.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm baffled at, like, why, like, she really throws herself at trying to make this thing with, I think, Aiden work, and at no point do they click. Like, he is super Christian and will not have
the power couple. The one that actually works is hilarious, because even, like, they're working, I know that they really like each other.
David and
but when they kiss, they're like they kiss, and they kiss so weird, like,
it's so awkward.
And then afterwards, which is after they press their mouths to one another, which I'm like, that's kissing, not this. This is pressing your mouths to each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is lip mashing.
Like, and after they do that for an uncomfortably long time, they move apart. She diverts eye contact, goes away, like, and looks over her shoulder, looks away from him, and after a beat goes, "Thank you." Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. No, it's super weird.
There are some people in this show that, like, I
just
want to watch them go through their day. Like, I just want to see, like, the way that she's processing shit and dealing with things is amazing. Like, yeah, this show makes me tear up almost every episode. It's hard for me to watch a bunch of it in a row because it's so...
It is very earnest.
Like, wait for the Great Pumpkin sincere. Like, it is so earnest. And yeah, and some of them, like... Some of them are more of just a dating show, and then some of them, like, I want them to find their person so bad. Like, like, I'm rooting for Tanner so bad. He's the nicest person on Earth. Well, also, like, Tanner's the best of us.
They don't... Tanner's really, yeah. Well, like...
Well, you can tell, I think they mentioned at one point that he was the level of on the spectrum as a little kid that doctors were like, no, he's just going to be a nonverbal vegetable you walk around. Like it sounded like the prognosis that was given to his mom was, sorry, lady.
Yeah.
Your kid's going to be
just
nothing. And that's fucked up because he's great. He's got a job.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot leave You cannot leave Tanner on his own for very long. He can absolutely get talked into shit super easy.
Mm-hmm.
But also, he's got a real moral compass. He's a super sweet guy. Everything's. I am great. I did have a great time.
I like that they all have their own little coaches in their lives of like I don't know if they were provided by the show or
There's sometimes where it's like a pro coach. But
yeah. There was the one that was like teaching what's her name to like ask, to change off asking questions
Yes.
by rolling a ball at her and then peppering her with questions. And like it's like, oh, like, what's your favorite color? Oh yeah, well, how about that? I like that color too. How about your favorite food? I'm like, and then while they're rolling the ball, and then the autistic woman that's been like just peppering people with questions the entire time, catching the ball. She has the moment of like, oh, that's a lot of questions. That is a lot of questions. And it's you get the idea like that these people have dealt with patiently dealt with so when people get
it
when they get a thing, everyone gets really excited, but they don't want to be a dick about it.
Right,
but they're excited that they you got it right. That is a lot of questions, right?
I think that's the same coach that the girl in season 3 is like, so do you have any questions for me for getting ready for this date? I'm like, okay. I wanted to ask you how many dolls is appropriate to take on a first date. Some people have suggested 0. And like, I fucking lost it. And because like you said, like you were talking about being used to patiently dealing with this, the coach did not miss a beat, did not flinch at this and just went, well, I think 2 is there. I also thought 2. And like you can see her like, okay, so you can pick a favorite, like pick your favorite doll or one that you really want to show, but don't overwhelm them yet,
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you could just see that this coach is like, oh, this isn't even close to the weirdest.
Right. So I can see that.
At least it's dolls and not like how many swords can I bring?
Well, yeah, like, oh, you think I should have a broadsword or a dagger?
Like, Connor, I cannot see why you
would.
would.
You can't. No, that was the other guy.
Oh, it wasn't Connor. It might have been
Connor.
James.
Collects swords. He doesn't fucking.
He didn't try to bring them all.
Connor has some goddamn common sense. Like
Connor's fucking great, dude. Connor just occasionally gets off into like saying it in a fancy way.
Maybe I can get behind tell him about Civil War history or whatnot. Like, oh yeah, sure, Connor. Like, his family's like, yeah, sure, Connor. Maybe I can tell her about the beginning of democracy. Okay, don't do that.
Yeah. Connor goes on some great dates. There's just a lot. That show's wonderful, and I did not realize that there's an entire Australian version. I don't know if I can stand it in a Cockney, like in an Australian accent.
Someone decided that like they're gonna do an opposite of the Tiger King.
Right.
And like this, it shockingly feels unexploitative.
It is really difficult to convince people, I feel like, that it's not exploitative.
It's hard to hear, like, because I think reality TV is a cesspool of
right. I don't know how this. It seems like there's only like one dude there with a camera. Maybe there's just no crew or anything.
This would be a example for me of like reality. This is what reality TV can offer.
Could be, yeah.
Like an aspiring.
Yeah, because I absolutely loved it.
I also watched.
You watched some of we were talking about the new Mortal Kombat trailer.
Oh yeah, so I watched which with Johnny Cage, which looks fucking great.
Carl Urban as Johnny Cage looks really fun. Not sure why it's not McHale, but whatever.
I mean, it could easily have been, but yeah, I watched Scorpion's Revenge again. I think that's the best Mortal Kombat movie that's been made so far by a country mile. Right. It's kind of no contest.
No, it has to yell at the next one, get over here. And
get over here. Get up to my level.
Right.
I really like that. I was worried that WB might not have it because they didn't have Assault on Arkham.
Right. Right. Had to go to the library to rent Assault on Arkham.
It's just fucking willy-nilly what is...
Who can tell these days?
They own all of it, so it's not a rights issue. They just don't fucking bother.
Right. Like, I get it that like when you go to a museum, they're only showing like 1% of their holdings because buildings take up a physical space and they own more art than they get to show on the walls. But that's a gallery space problem. This is virtual, you dicks. I know you could stream it.
Show me the Aboriginal spears, you colonizers. Anyway, I thought that I'm actually really excited for the Mortal Kombat trailer because it looks like it kind of gets it.
It really does. For the first time, it looks like they get it.
Because like Johnny Cage in Scorpion's Revenge is exactly who you need him to be. Like he doesn't get that. It's like he just thinks it's a movie set for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he finally gets it, he's like, "Wait, are you saying that the fate of the world is decided by a karate tournament?"
The look on Carl Urban's face in the trailer, which he stops the fan midair and it
Yeah.
just spins and like,
what the fuck?
Wait, the fuck?
Well, you don't have any superpowers and not just incredibly handsome.
Just incredibly handsome. Yeah.
What it's to the death. Well, fuck
Well,
that.
fuck, yeah. Yeah.
Why would anyone fight in this?
I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I absolutely understood watching Scorpion's Revenge because I shouldn't give a fuck about any Mortal Kombat anything, and that animated movie was so good.
Mm-hmm. I actually watched some 30 Rock.
Yeah, we gotta watching some 30 Rock for another podcast project. We'll talk about.
So I was
soon.
watching some season 1 of that. It's all right. I think I'm gonna be on the same level of Parks and Rec where I'm like I didn't finish Parks and Rec either, even though I got into the good seasons.
Right.
And I was like, this is okay. Like,
yeah, I think you're right. Brooklyn Nine-Nine might be the last sitcom for you.
like I think I've evolved past on the like this is funny. It's not. I'm not hating watching this, but also I will feel nothing if I never have if
If it just doesn't come on
if
again.
it just never comes on again. I will feel nothing about it. Yeah, I thought I watched more stuff, but I think we'll leave it off for next week if I remember it. We'll talk because I do want to give its due. The last item on our list, which is
this week's
Revival.
episode of Revival. Things took a fucking turn.
We didn't get to talk about it last week because I was behind on it when we talked about it.
That's right. So last week's episode was a blast as well.
Yeah, because last week's episode was the fallout of her getting shot.
Right.
In
which was some holy shit, like
because
two different meetups in the woods going wrong across each other.
Yeah, Dana pops up on the M with the professor,
right?
And because she's responding to meet me in the woods, I have what you're looking for, like from the anonymous caller. She thinks it's the professor,
right?
And now I'm thinking it was the shooter that lured her there.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, two weird meetups that are like, are we trying to take care of two problems, like two birds, one stone here? What is going on? Great mystery. And then the next, like the episode ends with finding out that, or at least suspecting McCree or McCrae is the one that did it, because they stop him with it's his gun, and they find the foot in the boot of his car.
Yep. So it might be Derry.
Did I say the boot of his car? I've been watching way too much British shit.
Yeah, you have.
Like fucking the trunk of his car.
It's a foot in the boot.
His foot in the boot. Maybe that's where my fuck up was.
So this
where else
episode,
would a foot be?
This episode, they're
no, the boot.
They're interviewing Derry, which it's just great to see him play a different character. I love that guy. And Nathan Dales, I think is the actor's name.
I'm just fulfilling a need.
Like
a middleman.
I took a criminal justice course in night school, so I know my rights. And I have broken no laws. I am but a middleman. So they're checking him out. Every week I enjoy this fucking quarantined bubble trying to not go stir crazy town. As they try to just they're trying to just be normal, and it's not. You know, like everybody's kind of trying to go about their days, and every once in a while something there where you remember that, like, oh yeah, there's checkpoints. You guys can't really leave.
No, yeah, they. So this episode, this week's episode is about basically the breakout of the what are the brothers' names?
The Czech brothers.
The Czech brothers. The Czech brothers are trying to break that fucking checkpoint, and they need a cop's help.
Oh, they need the smart Czech brother back.
Mm-hmm.
There are some idiot characters on this fucking show. This is also the episode where we finally...
So, believe it or not, the Czech brothers are actually slicker in the show than they are in the comic.
Oh, wow.
They are real ragtag in the fucking comic. Their operation is not slick enough to have, like, multiple trucks going past multiple checkpoints. And,
yeah.
No.
I think they're even dumber. Because in this, yeah, they're smuggling out. Is it Reviver?
Reviver parts.
Yeah,
Because revivers grow their parts back.
yeah. Which of course there's a fucking weird market for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, I don't know why I didn't think that these two things would conflate or come together. There's also the people that are quote unquote studying revivers.
Yeah.
Which is where Rhodey's been vanished off to, where that redheaded fuck was.
Yeah, because they basically said, because they didn't put any parameters on anyone who poses a threat like what's his name.
Yeah.
Can be studied.
Yeah.
And like, okay, that's too vague a language.
Right.
Someone who poses a threat.
No, it made me think of the line in the recent Superman movie of like, yeah, so it turns out you're an alien and have no rights. I'm really sorry about what's about to happen, man.
Right. And I like that the guy was, I had more rights as a criminal.
Right. When I was just a prisoner,
yeah.
I actually had some rights. You guys couldn't do this to me.
Well, and I was like, yeah, bud, because as a prisoner, technically you're still a person.
Right.
You're still a human.
Now you're technically
now
a
you're
corpse.
Not. Like we've effectively othered the revivers.
We can do anything. Yeah, we can do anything you could do to a medical cadaver.
Which again is
so like I think genuinely the only thing you probably can't legally do to a reviver is sex.
Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. But I still think like, yeah, okay, you can't do nothing. The quarantine should probably still be in effect. This is weird, and we should probably get to the bottom of why these people aren't dying.
Mm-hmm.
But the level of which we are immediately in for some people it's just fear.
Mm-hmm.
For some people it's I want to study this, so I'm gonna just put the back of my mind that they're people because that gets in the way. Ibrahim immediately loses his fucking position as head of the
CDC stuff. Yeah.
CDC stuff because he won't. Because he has like a, whoa, no. Like if we start doing, good for him actually, pushing back immediately.
Yeah, well, I mean, as soon as they want to tag him with the licenses and he's like, so no, don't do this.
Yeah.
And then the next step is so quick.
Yeah. And like, because of course he was right, like he called it, like, no, this is the start of how
this is bad. We don't do this.
Like, we don't have any trains around here to put them on, but we're gonna throw these guys in gas chambers eventually.
Right. Just see if it'll kill them. Yeah. This episode, there's a reason that the actress Melanie Scarfino, the actress that playing Dana, she's fucking owning this.
She's so funny.
When they keep bringing her candy and donuts, and the nurse loses it.
No,
she's shot in the stomach. I'm retiring after this. Oh my god, you people! But then,
get out of here.
When she tells him he can take the full dozen donuts, and Ibrahim's like, "Are you serious? Like, you sure you don't? I mean, I'll take them all, but are you sure?" And yeah, she does the entire Harry and the Hendersons.
I don't want you here anymore.
Like she all but punches those donuts in the face. Which I've always been more of a White Fang man myself, but yes.
And then she does what's the best thing about that to me is that she explains the joke afterward in great detail.
Yes. No, when she's like, but I did it to you about donuts. and then him just like, okay.
I love that Dana,
because you have to watch that movie because I busted a stitch trying to make that reference for you. I did it for you.
And I love that Dana is the kind of like she explains it because I nailed it. I nailed it. That was hilarious.
Flawless.
That was hilarious, and you're not laughing, and that's unacceptable.
No, I'm going to explain to you why this was mathematically perfect as a joke. Yes.
So
no notes. I loved that whole scene. That was fucking great.
Spoilers for this episode going forward because the end of this. So this episode goes fucking insane at the end.
So you had told me that the comics went further and there was some crazier shit.
Oh, almost.
And you're one of your early, not nervousnesses, but wondering about what they're going to do with the show is whether they were keeping that or not.
Yes. And I had to be kind of cagey because what it is kind of fucking insane.
I had a hat on a hat moment, but honestly, you need an it's still the same hat. What is the explanation for why the fuck the dead rose?
Right. So...
And, I get the feeling it's whatever this is happening in that creek.
Right. And so, first of all, we get the reveal of Gunderson, the deputy, which, as soon as it reveals that they set up McCree and the cop, like, for sure that, like, like, well, who's the only other cop whose name we know?
Honestly, the only reason I didn't think he'd done it is because he's Gilligan level stupid.
I know, but honestly, I think a lot of that
that's an act.
I think that's a put on because his and it's the same reason I think True Blood. There's only one guy with a Cajun accent, and he's faking it the whole time.
Yep.
And I had the same feeling of here, like he's the only one with a true from Wausau, Wisconsinite accent. Like everyone else is slightly Canadian or slightly Midwest and like generic, but he has a Wisconsin accent, and it makes me think that he's extra fucking
putting it
on for a reason.
They have a great moment in the room of her noticing the blood on his sleeve.
Yeah, because it's bleeding through, whatever.
And I've seen this shot done a bunch of times, but I always love it. It's always a great gag when you pull the timing off. But yeah, when he goes, shit.
And he immediately goes and puts
the thing in front of the door.
All right.
Yep. Like, well, I guess I'm gonna murder you in this room.
She hits him with that bedpan, and he goes, "Put piss on me."
Yeah, there's an arc of liquid comes out of that.
And
pan.
then fucking Looney Tunes him to death.
Oh yeah,
with the TV, and I was like,
when she follows through, he's unconscious on the floor, and most shows would not.
And with her, and she doesn't have she doesn't have time for this. In
No.
any other circumstance, she'd keep him alive to ask him questions.
But no, I'm done with you.
A lot's going on right now.
Right. Like, I want to get to my kid, you fucking psycho.
No, I need to know you're not going to come up behind me.
Yeah, when she's just screaming at her dad. You don't have time to explain this. Just go get Connor.
And like, yeah, TV's him on the fucking face. And I love Reviver because of the tone, which is, it's a great mystery show, the action's good, and there is a great creepiness to it, but it is funny.
Yes.
Like that fight in the hospital room is a great physical gag after another, like throwing her over the fucking thing, the pterodactyl shot. Like,
well, and
I can't give you more pterodactyl. Give me the pterodactyl shot.
It took a second. She's screaming, "Give me a pterodactyl!" I can't give you more toradol. Like, yeah. And then that's the shit. You just see her like John Wick up with that pill.
Well, I also like to show. I think it's important to show how much the roles have reversed. She's not even action hero invulnerable in this show. Like in another show, she'd be up and about in an episode. She got shot and she's down and she's not okay for multiple, like that last episode and this episode. She's still not.
When she first tries to get up, she rips her stitches again and have to put her back in the bed. And I mean, like, she wakes up like hours later from
meanwhile, M, the one that had brittle bone fucking disease, can now do whatever.
Right. And she's stabbing motherfuckers with compound fractures.
So she has to take care. I like when at the end of this episode when Dana is stabbed and she's holding her, and like it's the complete role reversal and M has no idea what to do. And I think that's what triggers her instinct. Well, first of all, M fucking murders all the fucking Czech brothers.
Dude, when she works her way through that building and the girl's just sitting in the room, no, that's fucking awesome.
So I think that the Revivers are dangerous, not because they have superhuman strength, but because they don't have... It also suppresses the survival instinct that...
Well, people are dangerous when you corner us. And we all know it's the third act of so many great movies. People are really dangerous when you stop having things to give fucks about.
Right.
And the way that, like, you need pain so you don't do dumb shit to your body.
Right.
You need some sort of threat of mortality so that you restrain yourself at all. Like, I think they're getting into, you brought up True Blood earlier, they're getting into, like, one of the interesting things in that as well that was never fully really focused on, which is that, like, becoming immortal and indestructible after a few years, there's a host of things that make you a person that you're going to drop. Mm-hmm. Because they don't make sense to you anymore, you know? And like, I think Revivers are, it's dangerous to consider Revivers, they're not human anymore, but they're going to slowly stop fitting into human society. There's a host of things they're pretending to do.
Right.
They don't really sleep. Eventually, after a few years, man, there's a lot of breathing, eating... Yeah, they're mortality. There's a lot of mortal shit you're going to stop doing.
Twilight, the Cullens of like, just lift your shoulders up and down every once in a while so it looks like you're breathing.
Right. Seriously.
I
Because, like, there's some crap Vandal Savage stopped doing.
So yeah, because they kidnapped M and the kids. Like, I love that Dana did not in 1 second really consider giving up M to save her kid.
No. And I think that's really been the linchpin to why what happens at the end happens. Because she turns around, M turns around, and not M,
Dana.
The little girl.
Oh, the little girl, that's right.
When she turns around, they thank you for being so nice to me.
Yeah.
When everyone else was just shitty. When even she wasn't really like, I don't, no, I think something is missing. I don't feel okay.
Yeah.
And like, no, you're fine, honey. Like they're gonna care about her no matter what she, like, better than her fucking parents.
Yeah. She's even weirder in the comic, but it's the same level of sad. Like, there is something like, you shouldn't bring back a kid.
Right.
A reviver, like, shouldn't be a kid. And so that's what the big reveal is the yellow, spindly legged,
glowing alien
creature.
Yeah.
So I did not actually have a chance to finish out the comic to get the answer on it, but I like that is that an alien or is that a spiritual, like, because it's down by this creek, so there's a lot of like native kind of lore about it. I'm like, oh shit, is this a spirit creature? But it definitely looks like an alien, but also but
there's something beyond.
No, supernatural for sure.
Supernatural, yeah.
And I fucking love that.
I loved it touching her and the spindly, like the look of the effect that it kind of crawls into covers the girl, and then they both kind of fade out and vanish. Like she rejoined it. Is the vibe I got. Like she reabsorbed into the source of whatever's reviving her.
Yeah, or it released her from whatever's keeping her here.
And it seemed like some bit of that energy. I don't know if that's in every reviver or if that transferred when this happened. But we see M's hand glow over those wounds because I let out a holy fuck. Before that happens, we see Dana get stabbed.
Yeah.
Like
really stabbed.
Real stabbed. In the same place where she just got shot. Like it's one of those like, okay, even by John Wick superhero movie logic, you just got wounded dying in your wound. That's double wound, you are dying.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna die here. And then of course we go to credits before we actually see her like heal. But I feel like we are about to heal Dana.
The hand glows, and
we're
you're
like halfway through the show. We got 5 episodes left. I think we can't fucking.
And that's a great way to reveal that level of. So that makes it to where the reviver's abilities and rules all make sense to me now because like, oh, they're straight up like magic, like they are otherworldly abilities that if you. M's the only one that seems to be able to unlock them. Because she might be unique in her place from having that osteo bone thing, and
maybe her body's constantly knitting so often.
And I really like in the so they kept the alien or whatever it is as a surprise for the show. In the comic, it has actually. I can't tell which I prefer more because keeping as a surprise is very effective, and like a big reveal is very effective. But in the comic, it's around, but also it's probably cheaper to just draw in a comic.
Right.
The kid interacts with it throughout the whole time, like her kid.
And Connor.
And basically gives him a toy and like kind of like makes friends with it. Like ET's the motherfucker.
Okay.
And the thing is scary to everyone else, and anyone that sees it basically like. Trying to kind of pretends they didn't because they don't want to say that they saw this thing. So I'm kind of excited to see Ibrahim because I don't know how Ibrahim will react if he's because
I kind of now want a character to be like, nope, I don't think that happened. No, bro, we're 4 of us are talking about it. Nope.
Yeah. But it's insane. It gives this thing an extra already like if this show didn't have enough oomph for you, this is like, what the fuck is that? This isn't just a zombie show. Like, this isn't all that's happening. I really, I really think this show has been impressing the shit out of me. And this latest episode, I think, has been the best of the bunch. I'm gonna miss the Czech brothers, but it will allow us to get to some of the other villains or antagonists, at least, that have been kind of put on the back burner, like Steve Ogg, and then there's the.
Yeah, we really haven't dealt with his cult.
We haven't really dealt with his cult a lot.
We didn't deal with Grandma the last couple, which I assume she's grown back from Ash at this point.
Right, and then there's another guy that is the health nut guru.
Right.
That we should also like be in a. I think this is smart to do in television. So it's more focused. They seem to be knocking down things like in the comic. It was more like we got a little bit of everybody all the time.
Yeah.
To the point. The Czech brothers meet the same fate. like they're not gonna get they're not gonna hang around for too long. So actually, maybe focusing on them for the first part of this was so that like, well, they're not gonna last.
Let's do all the Czech brothers.
Let's do all the Czech brothers stuff and make sure all that plays.
I'd be interested to know like.
I would like what
was the reading an entire comic and then going, all right, well, what can be season 1? What can be episode 1?
Can we and how do we tell it? Do we do it like Rashomon, where we tell everybody each episode everybody's perspective, or do we keep it locked in? I like Dana from the comics. I think I even like her even more in the show, played by Scrofano.
Yeah, she's fantastic here. The show's just got a lot of charm, and I'm digging it. We watched a bunch of shows this week that we just got to binge through because Netflix, and I'm enjoying having something week to week to watch, but also it's like because Revivals right now is the only thing I'm watching. Like, oh my god, is it Friday? Fucking Revivals on. But at the same time, oh my god, I wish I could binge all 10 of these.
Yes.
Like, I would tear through this. I would have watched this in a weekend.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm probably going to rewatch it just because I want to watch it all unfold without a weekend between each one. Because, man, there's a lot of shit happens every episode.
Man, even the reporter that they hate comes in and, like, they're making fun of her, which is funny because he's he's exactly who she's talking about. She's totally right to try and whisper to her, and only for her to, like that's ridiculous. And then in the next scene when she's talking to her dad, talking about McCrae, and it becomes like immediately apparent, like, oh, he was set up. Fuck.
Yeah.
I like that Dana has as soon as it's brought up to her, like she has one scene where like that's ridiculous, and then when it's kicking around in her brain, when something doesn't line up nextly, she's immediately like, okay, so that's not right.
Yeah. No, that's great. Yeah, I recommend everybody go catch up on Revival. That way you can be frustrated week to week like me, because it's really fucking fun. Peacock.
All right, does that bring us to our main show?
Yeah, hold on. There we go. Okay, that'll bring us over to The Haunting Wives.
Rather, stop hunting these undead shit.
Right. Start hunting wives.
Some horny fucking Texan wives.
We're not hunting wives. It's The Hunting Wives. It's a noun, not a verb.
Got it.
So The Hunting Wives is a American drama television series based on the novel by May Cobb. Stars Malin Åkerman, Brittany Snow, Dermot Mulroney, Evan Jonigkeit, Chrissy Metz, Jamie Ray Newman, and Katie Lowes. Series premiered on Netflix on July 21st. It is set in a fictional East Texas town called Maplebrook that, fictional or not, would be about an hour from my hometown. Because they name
geographically everything.
They name other non-fictional towns, and Alba is like 45 minutes from my hometown, and Winsboro, where her gun gets picked up in the robbery, is about an hour and a half. Like both those places, I was like, nah, I've been to Alba and Winsboro though. Like, so I'm pretty sure Maple Grove is supposed to be Sulphur Springs.
Got it. Okay.
Or somewhere right close to that. I think they're right near Lake Fork. Which just cracks me up.
That's funny that we have talking Revival in Wausau,
right,
which is an hour from me, and now we're talking Hunting Wives this week, which is the Texas.
So like, there's a moment later in this where somebody talks about like, well, why did you have to let the youth pastor go? Well, he just wasn't a good fit culture wise. He's from Louisiana, and like that's the end of it.
Sure,
and everybody's like, oh,
yeah. What does that even mean?
Like, he's just crazier differently than we are. Yeah. I don't know who did the diction coaching for this show, But usually you see one actor or two actors, like two of the mains, that'll like be the persnickety people that dialed in some, Wisconsin B3 accent or something, like some fucking dialed in shit.
Yeah.
Very rarely do I see every lead nail it. And so many people on this show have frighteningly good accents. I was really stunned. There's a moment where Malin Åkerman, who I know this isn't her natural accent, looks at Brittany Snow and says, "Hey, you won't go in the boat." And I was like,
"You won't go in the boat."
Man, did my fucking mom say that? What the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ. So
it's actually so it's distracting enough to realize that Brittany Snow is not putting on any sort of Boston accent.
No, that's honestly the oddest thing is that they keep making fun of her for being East Coast, and she's really not that Yankee.
No.
So in this fictional town, Sophie, Brittany Snow's character, young woman and mom, falls into an affluent socialite's seductive orbit. That would be Åkerman, where a circle of housewives have dangerous secrets. The secrets culminate in her becoming a prime suspect in the death of a teenage girl. So Snow plays Sophie O'Neill, woman from Cambridge, Massachusetts, recently moved to Texas for her husband's job. Åkerman plays Margot Banks, the wife of her husband's boss. Her husband, Jed Banks, is played by Delbert Mulrooney. He's considering a run for Texas governor, which we'll get into why is just insane. Like, man, about halfway through the show, I was like, no, you can be the biggest fish that this pond has ever seen. You can be county judge. You can be
you're fine.
Any number of things. You can't run statewide, dude.
You can't be Texas.
Because you can have married your escort, changed her name, and moved her one town over, and where everyone in your town technically knows the escort thing,
right,
and doesn't care.
I really thought he was running for a different office,
but he can't. This will destroy you. Like, you can't run for this. And man, you can see it on her face that she knows it. She knows it when he says it.
Yeah.
Jamie Ray Newman plays Callie.
Well, man, if she was only just an escort.
Right. Jamie Ray Newman fucking steals it as Callie, the number 2. I didn't really realize how much I was going to end up liking her character till the very end.
Oh, man.
Because she's a lot, dude. Katie Lowe's is Jill, who is the preacher's wife and Brad's mom.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about Entitled and how we watched this show instead.
That's right. Forgot about talking Entitled on our diaries.
Because I don't give a fuck.
So Entitled was going to be the show we watched for this week, and we watched
the first 2 episodes of Entitled, and we watched the first episode of this, which is about the same amount of time.
Yeah, and
Entitled to 8 30-minute episodes. This
and
is
we were
8 hour
and we
long.
couldn't really decide whether or not what we wanted to do for the main show, and we thought Entitled was like, oh, that's more of a comedy with Gelman.
Yeah, it's British. It's weird. There's something maybe mystical happening on this fucking weird estate. It's a little Ready or Not-ish. And we thought, okay, this is the first couple episodes are quirky, but this could go somewhere. And Hunting Wives has 2 actresses we love, but it's basically Dynasty. This didn't look that great.
I didn't think that looked that great. And then suddenly we watched that first episode, and I was like, oh, this is some like trash. Like, this is trashy.
And also, you realize really quickly that this is the role of a lifetime for Malin Åkerman. She gets to be a Hannibal Lecter level opportunistic psycho. The moment in the finale when she's like, "Don't call me that," like,
don't call me that.
Genuinely, like, not you don't use the psycho word.
Well, with Entitled, it was like none of it actually paid off in Entitled. To spoil Entitled, it is both not supernatural and also kind of.
But next season it will be.
But next season it will be. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And so that was like left a bad taste in our mouth. Hunting Wives also has a cliffhanger ending, but
it sets up hard for a second season in that they solve the crime but don't.
Yeah.
But I found that at least this felt satisfying at the end. That made me want more.
It solves our main character's problem in the fact that Sophie is our main character.
Right.
Brittany Snow is playing second fiddle to Åkerman through most of this series.
Yes.
And
it's where her character, I get that her character needs to be kind of subsumed into this woman's orbit and gaze.
Yeah.
But it sucks that, like, Brittany Snow's amazing and she has to just be kind of milquetoast and like shy and buried
and
for half of this.
But she like meets Åkerman in a bathroom and like asks for a tampon.
Yeah.
And no, I can't use those, which comes back in a fucking
all of that
amazing
comes back
way.
around.
And she dropped like Åkerman, and I was like, you couldn't have planned her coming to the bath. This isn't a plant.
No,
This is not a plan. She's sees
opportunistic.
She sees Snows in the bathroom, goes, "I'ma fuck that," and like,
and I think she is the kind of manipulator, and has been her whole life. When we see the flashback to them as kids, like has been like this her whole life. That she just moves quicker than you. Like you and her are both standing in a room together when you both get bad information at the same time. She just starts to scheme before you do. Like I think she just impulsively moves so that like throughout the show, whenever Åkerman's in danger, she goes and shores up an enemy and makes that like pulls them in tighter. But she, I don't know if she always knows her end game.
no,
I think she starts working Brittany Snow just because it's what she does by default.
On another show, it actually
Manipulating people to keep your hands busy.
into the middle. Like it shows a woman getting shot
Uh-huh.
in the first episode, like, and they keep starting the episodes on that, so you know that there's going to be a crime that happens. And so for the first couple episodes, Åkerman's so manipulative, I can't help but think that like, oh, is she going to set up Brittany Snow for this crime she's about to commit?
Right.
But after a while, you go, that can't be what's happening.
No, not
this
really.
Is not like it's not set up that way. Like
you might find yourself set up for a crime by her, but it won't be a long plan. It'll just be because you were near her. And you're near the piece that fit when she needed you.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if it's worse or better that it's not long term. When she looks at Brittany Snow in the finale and says, "No, I didn't set you up. Like I didn't frame you," and
Yes.
and like. I think she sincerely believes that the frame just happened, and it's unfortunate that it landed on you.
So I actually believe her in saying that she told her dumbass brother to get rid of the gun.
Yes, not sell it to some fucking Windsor. So we'll get there. So we started watching Entitled. We realized we finished watching Entitled. The ending sucked so hard that and Hunting Wives was going so well that we were like, fuck this.
I was surprised I didn't. You heard me go what at the end of Hunting Wives, and I was like, you were in the other room watching Entitled. I was surprised I didn't hear you go fuck you.
No, when I finished Entitled, I think you'd already crashed.
Oh,
or
okay.
You would have, because I was like, fuck this show. I was so mad when she's twirling in the grass at the end.
Because man, you hate the werewolf not being real at the end. Like,
and the gall to end a show that shot almost 4 years ago now, so there's no way that's going to have a sequel. But to have it end with but next season it is magic.
Yeah, that's that.
Also, there's something in Entitled, the way that it all works out. Gelman is taking she's died. He's taking his wife's body home. He knows nothing about her family. She's never told him anything about this weird estate she lives on. So like, suddenly you're just taking your wife's corpse back to the Ready or Not castle.
Right.
Or house or whatever. And so that looks really interesting. Then he thinks, fuck, this family hates her because she technically inherited it all, which means I have now technically inherited this estate.
Yeah.
So he spends the whole the whole series trying to hold on to this estate.
Uh-huh.
The way it works out, she was never going to inherit it. And so consequently, he has never had any claim to it. And that means in a weird way, every single event of the show, everything has been pointless. Which
a character points out and is a little funny in the scene when they point it out, but also means that what have we been
his lawyer speaks up of like, so I'm just catching up here. So we never needed to be here, right? And I don't know why that hit me so wrong.
Well, because
it hit me framework wrong.
It would be one thing if he needed to do this to learn a lesson,
right?
Like whatever his journey was, but I don't really know what lesson he learned or what his journey was.
No, they have him say a thing about like, I made it about me when it should have been about you. But do you feel like Brett Gelman is a nice person now or a better guy now? Like do you think his next relationship is going to go better?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he's the same asshole he was at the start.
Yeah. And I like, oh, is that what this show has been about? Him being, because that's the title, Entitled.
Right.
And like, okay, I guess you surprisingly have a bad examples of getting this across.
Right. Right. So after getting so mad at Entitled, we looked at the amount of Hunting Wives left, which was hours, and decided it was still fun enough to just tear through. And it was. So we watched all 8 of The Hunting Wives. This is based on a book The book reviews on Goodreads were super fucking split. I've not read it, but it seemed like people were either, oh my god, this is the trash I've wanted, or oh my god, I hate every one of these characters and why is it so sexual?
Right.
Because I get the feeling that the book is steamy.
So Åkerman and her husband have like a fucking deal.
Yeah.
And
which I suspect a lot of rich men who've married their escorts probably have.
Right. And
that she can fuck other women and he can fuck other women.
When she reveals that later, Mulrooney is like, he's not as mad that she's fucked Brad. Like, I was like, okay.
He's a little mad.
He's a little mad because it's against the rules, but he knows that's hypocritical.
Right. But the consequence is part of why that's a rule.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because no woman she sleeps with is ever going to get her pregnant.
Yeah.
And running for Texas governor as a Republican, I mean, abortion is always going to be legal for the mistress.
Yeah.
But
that's going to hurt him against another conservative.
Yeah, this is not recoverable.
Yeah.
You can't reveal
the amount of times a character is hearing someone talk and they yell, I don't want to hear anything about this.
Oh my gosh.
That happens a couple times.
Dude, right. Brad starts to tell his mom that he's sleeping.
I don't want to hear that.
I don't want to no.
I don't want to hear anything of
like
that.
A couple of times it is literally like in the case of Dermot Mulroney, he has just said, no, I can't help you if you don't tell me. You can tell me anything.
Yeah.
And then don't tell me that. Stop telling me that. I'm done. Get out. Yeah, her realizing at the end that she's fucked it all up. But so throughout this whole series, you're wondering just how big a plan. And that's a huge part of the fun is just how big is Åkerman's plan. And I slowly realized that like it's really not a huge plan. She's a scrambling trailer park liar.
It's honestly, it's not a big plan. It was impulsive, and the cover up is fucking pulling at straws and trying to figure out what works. So
now they also do a great job later of in single little lines here and there explaining the entire cover up as well. Though I was really impressed that it doesn't get overly complex. At one point when Åkerman's like, well, no, obviously I did this part and so didn't do that part, but how the phone ended up in that drawer, that was me.
Yeah.
And like I was like, oh, man, thank you, show.
Yes.
That's actually really sweet. Like, to fucking sew that up for me.
Right, because I was wondering some of the details line up.
And I have seen so many crime shows not give a fuck.
Right.
That the little details, it'd be fine. You don't have to show it.
Well, there's too many, there's competing things going on.
Right.
Because
it's the fun of when everyone's lying.
Right.
Then everybody's lies start to conflict and no one's sure who's betraying them.
Jill's trying to cover for her son, Brad, because she kind of thinks he might have did it.
And she knows damn well he can't keep his dick in his pants. And she hates his girlfriend with good Southern mom reason. But she should be hating on her best friend, who is also sleeping with her son.
Man, the fact that
was the other complaint in all the Goodreads thing is like, these are a lot of 40-year-old women sleeping with high school kids.
Yeah.
And no one's batting an eye at it. And I was like, people are batting eyes. They're keeping it secret. But
also Brad his actor is too old for me to like really grasp how they have to remind me.
He's so dumb too.
And they have to remind me he's a high schooler for me to. Oh, that is gross. Sorry, because otherwise his actor is so 28. But Brad is the reason I never suspect Brad is in on the cover up is that he's real dumb.
He's real dumb. I don't think he ever is. I think genuinely all this happened around Brad while he went, huh? Yeah.
And also he's real torn up about Abby. Like he's actually sad about it in a way that I don't think you're this good an actor.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think he knew anything about it. And which is hilarious to me. And it is hilarious to me that that Jill gets caught up in that frame as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I genuinely thought she did it. Like strongly enough that I had a hard time letting it go even after I knew she didn't.
Well, it starts to go because one of the youth priests that also has his own thing going on.
Oh man, that's great.
Is talking about
Peter Lightfoot.
Yeah, tells Brittany Snow after she gets involved in her investigation that Brad's girlfriend had an abortion.
Yes.
So Abby, like they're trying to figure out where Abby got this abortion, who knew about it. And so the reveal of that at the end where, no, you missed it there.
Like I didn't say Abby, I said my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But Abby heard that Well, the preacher threw that back in Abby's face.
Yes.
And Abby didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I love that revelation to the preacher doesn't just trigger the secret getting out. The preacher's a goddamn serial kidnapper. He hasn't actually killed these girls, but he's kidnapped multiple girls. It's the best I've ever heard anyone in a show describe. Like, well, yeah, no, the way he felt about us is definitely the way he felt about Abby. Like, he's angry, but also horny.
Yeah.
I don't know. And like, she's like he's scolding us about sex stuff, but he's also seems to be getting off on it.
So yeah,
that cracked me up. The just description of like, oh man, that is so what your Southern Baptist fucking whatever serial killer preacher like.
So if
he's horny, but he seems disappointed.
In case we were clear on it, Abby's the one that gets killed.
Yes, Abby's the girl that actually dies.
And Brittany Snow is immediately kind of set up as a frame job for it because it was done with her gun, and she blacked out.
Partying with
Margot, because Margot this whole time, the weeks leading up to it, has been basically seducing her.
Right.
And
at first I was like, man, is she working her to get her in a blackout situation where she can... No, it's opportunistic that the gun's there. She's blacked out. Because all Margot's been trying to do is get in her pants.
Yeah. No, she's gross.
Like full stop.
And one of the better aspects of this show is how when Åkerman does it, it doesn't trigger the red flags it should.
Well, Åkerman looks super good in red. Is my theory. She can wear the fuck out of a red flag.
Really.
It's a little red flag. It's a classic dress.
I really like when they flip it around though, because Mulrooney does some of the same things in a scene with Brittany Snow.
That was my first note on the show. Is that we in the first episode we see her working Snow, and their chemistry's immediate. Like, oh girl, you need to get away from this woman. She's gonna eat you alive.
Well, when she shows up in that jet ski, and I was I don't want to victim blame at all, but if you get on that jet ski, she's gonna fuck you, right?
Yeah, like Betty Murphy. No, I mean, I'm not saying you can't have the lobster, but that's the fucking side of the menu.
Consensually or not, she's gonna get this done.
Yeah. First thing that popped in my head was, I don't know that Brittany Snow's ever been in a gay relationship before, and I don't know that Malin Åkerman cares.
No, she didn't give a fuck.
It's like man, I think consent's very quickly going out the window here, and snort a line of Xanax and do some shots and see how much you remember. So watching her do it, we were like, hey, if this was a guy, you would be running for the hills. And then they show Mulrooney doing similar, like he puts his hand on Brittany Snow's leg and everything, like makes a move on her as well, and all the red flags go up.
Yeah.
She immediately is like, oh.
And you might be tempted to say, well, he's not being as slick, or maybe he's moving too fast. I'm like, no, she's hold on to her leg in the same truck scene when they were driving, teaching him how to drive stick, and it didn't matter because
it was okay.
Because Snow is attracted to her as well.
It feels safer. Yeah, there's something there.
There's something there. Well, I kind of like that they show later. Åkerman does have feelings for her in her own weird way, I think.
In as much as she can.
There's
a moment when it's right before she figures out that Callie's the one that put the photos on her car. This is a convoluted show.
But dumps Callie.
But there's a moment where Callie's really trying, like, it's how she figures it out, but she says, like, you always have this mask up and you always have to be perfect, and I'm telling you that you are perfect. I see you. And like it ends the conversation because it reveals something, but you can see it on Åkerman that like everybody would love to be able to let down their guard with someone, and most people in any level of healthy relationship, that's where you get to do that, and it's how you survive. Most people can't keep this up all the time; it wears you out. And Callie really wants like, hey, I've been your friend for a while. Your mask is not that good. I've seen you. But you think it is?
Well, she had a great way of putting it. Just because I'm a fool for you does not make me an idiot.
Yeah. No, I fucking see you.
Right.
and Åkerman has never, I mean, we saw her mom, like there's never been a drawn breath in this woman's life where she could do that. Where she could you're right. Okay, cool. Let me actually be honest. She cannot, and I feel like in that scene you can see her consider not doing it, but just like, I wish I could. she doesn't say that, but I feel like there's a moment in Åkerman's head where like her character would love to but can't. Like that's ridiculous. That tells me you don't know me.
The when she begs Brittany Snow, like, but I was protecting you, and she begs
it's
her
the same thing Callie said to her, basically.
Yeah, and I love you, baby. And it's like, I can't tell if this is another manipulation or if you're really asking, this is me fully letting my mask down. This is who I am, and it's a bad person. I would love for someone to accept me, or is it this is her worst nightmare? Someone finally seeing her for who she truly is.
But I'm never sure if it's that with her or if she is 100% present and with you when she
yes,
like she needs what she needs right now, and that's why it feels so true and compelling,
right?
Because she fully believes it right now,
and
like. I honestly, Margot Banks and Åkerman playing her is to me
Joe and you
level, yeah,
like
should go down in the pantheon of great manipulators in television shows. She's exceptional. I hope this gets another season just for that.
Brittany Snow should ditch her the minute that it's like she starts to ghost her from that frame job.
Yes,
because it's like she's not going to call you back, and then when the photos show up, she thinks it might be Snow, and so like.
And then we do it the opposite way a little bit later when things are starting to fall apart and Jed kicks her out and everything. Like, she goes to Callie again after having just broke up with this woman.
Yes.
I never need to see you again. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I was so wrong. I need because she needs her because now she needs her. The line that Margot has of I don't have any enemies. I have friends.
Right.
I wish they had done just more early on with Brittany Snow. It is hard to watch an actress that I know is a fucking diamond be like dotty and wrapped up in her like shy bullshit for the first part of it. But it works for the show because you want her to come out of her shell, and at every point coming out of her shell is the increase in danger. Like as Brittany Snow, as Sophie starts to become more of old Sophie, things start to get out of control, and that's where the frame drop can happen.
Old Sophie, it's funny how she is like her husband is trying to get back, just put on some of the old Sophie charm, and it seems
I'll just become old Sophie. Great.
And she is, it seems like she's being kind of repressed and like doesn't really have, she's not much more than this guy's arm candy at this point.
And we know she's been in a car accident. She's still having some flashbacks of it when she looks at the scars.
I really don't know what he does for Dylan Mulrooney. I actually don't know.
He's an architect.
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah. And so her getting her groove back is actually not exactly... It's cool for her that she feels more... It
makes him asking that even funnier later on when you know that all of the reasons that she's not old her is him.
Yeah.
That makes it. I kind of want to go back and watch her reaction to that scene, knowing that she knows that her character's like, "And fuck you."
I do like that.
The only reason I'm not being old me is you. What?
I do like at the end of this season, she was actually afraid of him kicking her out because he basically does not have her back up until she basically proves her own innocence, and then like, oh, okay, we can be back together. And after that point, she's kind of like, nah.
Yeah,
there's a reason I cheated on you. There's a reason.
I'll get you a good lawyer. But yeah, when she finally admits that she cheated and he flips out, yeah, she needs to. But then also, we talked about the reversal of things and like with red flags. There's moments early on, and Margot manipulates off of this where we don't really know the full story of that car accident yet, and all we know is that. But like we find out like she was in a car accident where she was drinking and accidentally killed a pedestrian.
Right.
And it got, she didn't do time for it. She had a good lawyer, but she can't ever make it right. It's fucking with her. But she doesn't drink anymore. She didn't get her license when they living in Cambridge. You don't need to drive. Like living in Boston, you don't need to drive. Moving down to Texas.
You're kind of
yeah, you do. My grandmother didn't drive, but that relationship was weird. So like, oh, mommy doesn't drive. Like, you need to drive a car in Texas. Everything's too fucking far apart. So it's weird that she doesn't drive. And Margot points it out of like, what I'm hearing is that Graham doesn't want you to drink and Graham doesn't want you to drive. And it makes Graham feel like an abusive, controlling husband who won't let you have friends and controls what you wear and all of that shit, right?
Right.
Every time Brittany Snow lets loose a little bit in this, it's past the line. Almost every time.
Speaking of
she goes out to buy herself a bottle of wine at one point after getting somebody to come over to watch the kid. Like, she bugs out, like, hey, will you come over and watch the kid? I got to run an errand. She goes and buys a bottle of wine, impulse buys like as many mini fridge Jack Daniels as she can, and a pack of Marlboros, gets back in her car, and at first I was like, well, she's only downed one of the Jack Daniels. It's been, I mean, like, her nerves are frayed. She's been framed. And then she throws it up on the dashboard. All of the Jack Daniels are empty up there already. And then she hits another dude with her car.
My God, that's how so they solve the spoilers going over for Hunting Wives. They solve, quote unquote, the crime in regards to Jill being the one that killed Abby over the abortion.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what the official line is that happened. And even the cop who got shot in the face in the beginning of
it's like, are you sure she did this?
And the evidence lines out to where she goes, yeah, okay, I guess she did. Like,
though she really did kill Star.
Yeah.
The Jill Abby's mom.
Right.
Though now when Jill's like, no, she came in here and was being crazy. She thinks I killed Abby and she just won't let it go. Like, she was being insane.
Right.
That's true. And Jill would have just been confused as fuck.
Which I would argue, again, maybe this is the reason why everyone shouldn't have a gun.
Maybe have a gun, because she puts a hole in the front of that woman, the side. You could drive a truck through it. Holy fuck.
So this is the problem when, like, I think they even, like, in that crack documentary I watched was like, so when you get more access to guns, all problems are now solvable by one solution.
Right.
And it's hard not to solve all problems with the one easy solution. I thought I was actually shocked. I so thought the deputy that got shot was dead, and she looks very different in uniform.
No, man, but she gets dropped in that doorway.
She shows back up as like a cop not on duty and just helping out the other police. I honestly thought it was a different character just coming back from surgery for another thing.
I did too. She
just went to a brain surgery.
I was like, well, that other cop's dead.
Because that's how much I thought, like, no, but you got shot in the face.
And I love that she's been through 3 brain surgeries and has aphasia a little bit, and it's just won't leave it alone. And all the other cops suck. Like, Salazar is hard to get along with. Like, she's unpleasant, but she's really good at this.
Or like, at least to the point where, come on, we got
dogged.
This is like, we got to at least not be. Let's not take the laziest solution here, guys.
And Flynn is he's from Orange is the New Black, the other cop that's with her, and like, he's a trip. Watching the two of them try to solve this. Callie's husband is the sheriff.
Right.
So of course it's all fucking too insular. The single weirdest moment in the entire show to me. They make some allusions that Jill is basically asexual, the preacher's wife, and that she may have a weird crush on her son. Like, well, she's always posting shirtless pictures of him. It's weird. They show a scene of her giving birth to Brad, kind of explaining like the level of obsessed, crazy mom she is.
Yeah. Where
the nurse hands her this baby and is like, so you're going to breastfeed? And she's like, no, I think bottle's fine, right? And then, of course, that's an old nurse. And she's like, you don't want to do that. Breastfeeding's best for the baby.
Yeah.
And she says a couple of crazy things in a row. Jill says, well, I've never had anyone's mouth down there. And like, lady, you just birthed a child. I mean, like, I know how that happened.
Right.
So like, no one's ever even...
Not even on accident?
Kissed
like,
your nipple?
While we were doing it, like, no one got caught up in the moment?
Like, oh, okay, well...
I don't know about that. She is married to the preacher.
Right, but like, my God, dude. Do something on Saturday night.
I mean, no foreplay at all. Meanwhile, the sheriff is getting fucking pegged in the fucking ass.
Right. Anyway, they're having fun. But then the nurse hands her the baby, like, well, we'll just try it. She's like, I'm willing to try it if you say it's healthier for little Brad. And of course, kid latches on right away, and the look on that actress's face.
Oh boy.
It's definitely the first time anybody's ever sucked on one of her nipples. And it's weird.
Oh no.
It's weird enough that the nurse leaves. Yeah, it's weird. This show has some
Why do you think Brad has a thing for older women?
Oh, fuck, man. Seriously. So this show has a lot of trashy elements that just all add up so that almost every episode is fun and has some, like, what the fuck? like, moment like that.
Right.
But then the murder mystery's fun. What's going on in this town is fun. Malin Åkerman's fun. I am actually excited now that, like, we solved it. The DA closed the case. It's actually done, but we have one cop who doesn't think it's done. And we have a bunch of people who know it's not technically done.
Well, one less now.
Right? And now I loved realizing that even though Kyle absolutely was coming after her, I do think Brittany, I do think Malin Åkerman probably told him not to. And
yeah,
he did
I do
it anyway.
believe that.
I don't think she sent him there.
Well, honestly, killing Brittany Snow is not the solution here.
No, it's a bad move.
Adding another corpse is not the way to answer this.
But when he comes after her, and I was like, she's gonna have to hit him with the car. Like, he is gonna fucking kill you on this road tonight.
Yeah.
You can't get out of that car. But when she hits him with it, my immediate thought was, you're drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a sealed record of exactly this. And like, you are drunk in an after school special way. You have like littered mini bar bottles all over this car.
So your only defense is going to be, which might track with he drove his car here, and like, but it could just be an altercation, traffic altercation. Your only defense is that, no, the other crime you guys solved, you got wrong, and Åkerman did it, and Kyle
you're just going to sound like a crazy woman.
So like, there is no, you'd have to get the cops to accept that they got it wrong in the first place, which good luck with that. Like, no, we got the guy.
Well, and Sheriff Johnny already told her, if you get in trouble again in this town, you are fucked. I never want to see you again. You're
talking about in a state where another guy can confess to the crime and they don't fucking care.
No, it doesn't matter. Like, the fact that the DA said that's done, makes it retroactively have happened.
No,
in a weird way.
They backdated what's her name's,
so that she was on duty the entire time.
Yeah.
So when Brittany Snow has to get rid of that body at the very, very end, I was like, okay, this is how it technically is a cliffhanger, but this is how you roll into a season 2. You technically solved the crime of season 1, but you solved it in a way that, because I really know these people now, I'm like, but that ain't done.
That's not going to hold together.
And now I want to see. It should piss me off. It should be like entitled with it'll be magic next season. Oh, Brittany Snow will be out of her shell next season.
Mm-hmm.
But she is.
No,
she's I feel like I watched her return to old her.
Oh, yeah.
Only old her's not great.
No.
Only there's a part of me that now wants to see in season 2 of like, so Margot Banks has never really met Sophie.
No.
None of you have ever met the woman she was when she was sitting on the step smoking cigarettes, meeting her and
she's dragging around dead Kyle and Margie, and Margot calls and like, you better not be messing with Sophie, which is like the only
she accidentally opens that stupid fucking phone. Oh my god.
And that's the only point. I'm like, well, that must be what Margot actually thinks. She doesn't know Sophie's on the other line.
Yes.
So that it's not like one of the only true things.
I spent a lot of time in this show mathing out whether Margot could be lying or whether Margot needs to be lying here.
Yeah, and so like, oh shit, she actually didn't want this to happen, which kind of leaves a level of tragedy. But also, you left Kyle alone. Like, come on, man, you knew that wasn't going to go right. But the reason that Sophie figures it out was great because you had talked to me like, man, I can't believe that she actually believes this anti-abortion shit that she's coming out with. Because she told Brittany Snow, she come like, I can't believe I have to say that out loud.
Right.
But with Brittany Snow later, she was like, but she killed a child or whatever, Abby.
And you could see Brittany Snow like, no, but seriously, there's nobody else here. Like, the men are gone.
And I had the same moment of like, did only Brittany Snow here? What is this? And I was like, oh, she must really believe that. Otherwise, why do this dance?
And it's one of the lies that she has to believe to keep up her. She's Hannibal Lecter wild. Like, I want to rewatch this show because I'm watching a woman constantly upkeep a fake identity.
Yeah. And the reason she's lying about that is because she's the one that just had the abortion.
When Brittany Snow's Googling in the car, why would you not wear a tampon?
Yeah.
Just had an abortion.
That's how we met, was you didn't have to wear a tampon. It did not? Yeah, it was kind of a big sticking point of how we met, and then you dropped your dress and showed me your tits. Trust me, I remember. And yeah, and she basically figures it out, and and confronts her about it. And I do believe Ackerman was like, I didn't intentionally set you up.
No, I truly don't think that she meant to frame her. Like, just no, that girl came to my house and was threatening to blow my life up.
Right.
And your gun with a bullet in the chamber was laying right there. So I did. Also, I love Ackerman's like, hey, I tried to cover up my crime. Your drunk Xanaxed ass wandered through the woods and got caught on a trail cam.
I didn't
fucking do that to you.
And I believe that, like,
if you hadn't gotten caught on a trail cam,
this would have been
wouldn't have framed you.
Yeah, honestly, this would have gone easier if you had not gotten caught on that trail cam.
Also, I do believe her that, like, I told my brother to throw the gun in the lake, not sell it to some dipshit friend.
Which makes more sense.
Even with a bag of cash back in his trailer, of course Kyle still sold the gun.
Yeah. God damn it.
And of course that motherfucker robbed a store in Winsboro. Oh my god.
He has like $100 fucking grand in cash.
Right.
Like,
no, man, because that's the night I died. What? Like,
what
no, man, I got some bad fentanyl or something.
To realize that doctor is their fucking dad. I was like, oh shit.
I loved watching this whole thing come together. I realize if you were still listening to this point, you better have watched it because we have revealed a lot. But I fucking loved this. I had a lot of fun. I had so much more fun with this show than I thought I would. And I can't believe that I really hope there's more book and I want a season 2.
Yeah.
Because I want this to really come to a head. Like.
Maybe get some more of the other wives. Or something.
Right. I want to see some of the other wives step up because I feel like there are more characters in the book. There's really only Jill and Callie and Sophie and Margot. There are at least 2 other in their
there's
group.
2 other, and one of them is on the thumbnail on Netflix on the mechanical bull, and I'm like, she's not in this.
When they're talking about whether Jill could have really done the murder at the Coyote Joe's, and she comes walking over from riding the bull, and just, wow, my coochie's sore. What are y'all talking about?
What are y'all talking about? It seems like you have, the vibe is different here.
Oh,
I think I came in with the wrong energy.
Yes. Sorry, y'all. Yeah. So go check out The Hunting Party over on Netflix right now. You can probably skip Entitled. Kind of wish I had. And hopefully we get a season 2 of this thing. That's probably gonna wrap it up for what we could say about this, I think.
Wrapping it up.
Next week we are going to talk about the return of Twisted Metal, which, again, talking about shows where Surf Dracula didn't get the board till the end, but we didn't mind.
Kerrigan is fucking Calypso.
Yes, Kerrigan's Calypso. This season looks to be the tournament, whereas last season got us here. Twisted Metal.
Axel.
Twisted Metal was one of the great joyous surprises of a couple of years ago.
Man, I loved you trying to math out Axel. Like, wait, how is that working? and then you're like, oh wait, actually, there's a rim on the. Nope, that tracks. That checks out.
No, I can see how you can do that. Yeah, and I should sell those.
I loved you watching you math out a guy in between 2 monster truck tires and just being connected to him.
Right.
And then went, oh, actually, never mind.
No,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
In all seriousness,
for a minute there,
I thought,
worried that you guys were doing something stupid.
I thought this wouldn't be physically possible.
I thought this would be dumb, but I see now. It makes total sense. I'm not a car guy.
It was just a great special moment.
And until next time,
TV dudes out. Where's my gun? Oh, god damn it.
You have no idea how to store a gun on a podcast, Nick.